Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So I have a guest today, Aithal. He's written. How many books have you written, Seed?
Eight.
8 books, and we're gonna talk about at least one, or actually two. This is the first book that I just finished reading, "Divided States of America: A Look into America." And we're also going to be discussing. This is your first book, "Beyond the Milky Way."
Yes, it is. In
Right.
that series, in the first book.
Okay. So maybe just introduce yourself, talk a little bit about yourself in a nutshell. This is just a preliminary video. We're going to do a video later in the week. But go ahead, Atil.
Uh, Basically, I'm a web developer, and I've also started, writing books. And I just have written several books based on the ideas which I get. Like, I'm really concerned about the environment and the political situation we are in. So I just write about whatever ideas I get. I read, and I'm originally from India, so there are some books which I've written which are kind of, I would say a hybrid book. With the story starts in California here and then ends up in India. So it's like I don't stick to a genre. I'm not a specialized writer who writes about some particular genre. I just write what I think would appeal to people that way.
And your background, you're a physicist, right?
Yes. I
Yeah.
did my bachelor's in physics in India.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
this,
so it's been a long time. So, yeah, but I did my graduation in physics in India. So you might see in my books a little bit of, logical things, so whatever I know. But mainly I will try to stick to the, principles of what I know.
yeah, okay. And now these books, I finished this one, and this is actually the last in the series, the Galaxy. Is it Galaxy series? Correct, Atil? And
Right.
and I'm starting with your very first book, which is Beyond the Milky Way, because there are a lot of characters so interesting. And but so I started in the end. Like I said, you could start with the last one because it's a standalone, but it's preferable if you go back, which is what I'm going to do. Oh, let me turn this around here. So, and it's just so interesting, and there's a mix. Like, would you say your first one doesn't deal with any sort of politics, right?
Not at all.
Not at all.
In fact, not at all. In fact, no, I mean, the laws of physics, which we know, are based on what we know on Earth. Like, the laws of physics probably would be different in a different planet, the way they apply. So if you see my book, I've also kind of fantasized about how things could be in a different planet. So that is one thing. Like, what happens, we always tend to think about, the laws based on what we know. But the thing is that once we start expanding and thinking about, things outside our planet, then those rules will not apply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
And a lot of
And yeah, you're right. I am not. This first book is not at all political, but the third book, I would say it's more concerned than political, in the sense that I'm seeing that the way America is kind of torn apart, and I think I'm really concerned the way the country is headed. If we don't do something about it, it'll really, things can go bad. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what I loved about your the one that I just read, the Divided States, here is that there's like so many interesting themes here too. Deal with time travel, so you have a little bit of that, but also the politics of today, and
Exactly.
and then we're basically divided. Like today, MAGA and whatever, but you called it the Heartland, and then the what do you call the coastal, right? So what is it? The coastal,
Coastal America.
the coastal America and the heartland. So,
Right,
and you
right.
get into how families are broken up and all that, just like what's going on right now.
Exactly. And, that is the thing that many times what happens is, if it's a husband and wife situation, and even if wife is not supporting the husband's view, she has to be with her husband. So she pretty much, you know, is not politically inclined, but there are other things also, other factors also, where she has to go where her husband wants to go, and she may not agree to it, but she probably doesn't have much of a choice.
Right, right. And you see this today. It's just so unfortunate. So, um,
Yes.
now this is just a preliminary video here. I'm going to read this book and we're going to discuss this much further. But a couple of things I want to ask, like the time travel, and I've asked you about this off the air here. You believe time travel is possible, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I believe time travel is possible, and I definitely believe that there could be an alien life somewhere else. We cannot be so concentrated in thinking we are the only ones. The only thing is that there are, billions of galaxies, and we just haven't discovered it. That
Right.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
And it's just a question that the distances are just so far. So, and as
Exactly.
so
I
we,
mean, for us to go beyond our galaxy, right now we don't have the technology to go beyond our galaxy. But I'm sure, maybe 1,000 years from now or 100 years from now, it might be possible to go to different galaxy and see how things are.
it's kind of like time or portals or whatever. Because even 1,000 years from now, like you can only go so fast. Like the speed of you can't go faster than the speed of light, and the distances are so great. So, right? Am I explaining that right? That it's going to have to be some sort of right.
In fact, when you start reading my first book, you will see that the way they could only travel to the new galaxy is through a portal. Otherwise, it was not possible for them.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
So this is just an introductory video at Teal. We're going to do a couple of more videos on, and we're going to be discussing his books, politics, science, and the genre of science fiction as well.
Yes. I mean, see, the whole idea was that I wanted to write a science fiction book and get less political. But the way the situation is right now, I cannot help but think that, things tend to become political.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise you could write like a rom-com or, cozy fiction kind of book, but that's not my style.
Right, right. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's wrap it up for you with just an initial video, more to come, and I really appreciate it. And I will be giving you all the links in the description. And by the way, there's an excellent video about your background. I'll put that in the comment section. I'll put the links there about how you came here to this country in 1989, right?
Yes.
And
In fact, I was just going to mention, if you go to my website, thegalaxyseries.com, I have got all my books that are published there, including audio summary. So people can listen to the audio summary of different books before they decide to go for it.
Right, and Aithal is quite a compelling story. When he came here, speaking of politics, this is right around the time when 89 or 90, when the Central Park 5 murders and Donald Trump took a full page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of these people who are innocent. Like, just totally reactionary. Like, I understand all the hype, people that you try him in the media and all of that. But they turned out they were in. These people were innocent. He never apologized, Trump. But anyway, I'm just to point out what the times were like when Atil came to this country. But you
Oh
can.
yeah, things. What I'm trying to have written in that book is, things were very different when I came compared to what they are now.
Right.
1989. Can you imagine life in 1989, where there was no Google, there was no Facebook, there were no cell phones, so it was very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I look forward to discussing this further, and I'll talk to you later, Atil.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. On that note, more to come. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. And more to come. Atil has a very, very interesting story, and I urge you to read his books. And more to come this week. All right. Peace, everyone.